Hi there, Logic Language Learners. So, same thing as normal. Can I please ask you, if you're new to the channel, to subscribe? By all means, contact me for private tuition, LogicLanguageLearning@gmail.com. And can you click like on the video if it's any good, or if it helps you, or if you have any suggestions of other videos that would be good. So, today's video, I know I've started a pronunciation series. Today's video is basically trying to get in one video a lot of the errors that I hear pronunciation-wise, and they are individual words, and it's not that the understanding how they're pronounced is so complicated that they all need their own video, because that would just be too long. So it's a video that I want you to watch, which is probably going to pick up a couple of the pronunciation issues that you will have if you're learning French and you've learnt other languages, or if you're new to French, or just basically stuff you can clean up to sound better. So there's no particular order. Yeah, they're not in order of the worst. They are just ones I hear all the time. So I have a full list. I've been very organised. Okay, so right, let's begin. If you don't understand anything or why we've done any of these, then please do obviously leave a comment underneath, or let me know if it is stuff that you've had yourself. So the first one, okay, is U. Okay, EU, as in I have had. J'ai eu. Let's make it bigger. J'ai eu. Okay, j'ai eu. Which is basically I have had. It's from the form to have. Yeah. Now we don't often use this word because no, we do. That's a silly thing to say. We don't use it as often as we use j'avais, because we tend to talk about expressions with have using the was. So I needed, j'avais besoin. Yeah. J'ai eu would be an action. So j'ai eu un sandwich. I had a sandwich. Yeah. And the reason this is a problem is it is EU and you guys want to say because very correctly the word VEUX or PEU is V or P. But this one is U. And one of the ways you can remember this is a lot of the other verbs that you tend to stick in the was, like pouvait, avait, croyait, savait, will be verbs which have an U ending in the 1, 2, 3. So j'ai eu, j'ai pu, j'ai cru, j'ai dû, from the verb devoir, we often use je devais. So a lot of these mental process verbs, know, be able to, have, etc. So this is j'ai eu. I can always tell when someone's reading because they say j'ai eu. Okay? Good, next one. Is, yes, one of my favourites. Now, premier and première, P-R-E-M-I-E-R or P-R-E-M-I-E with a graph R-E. Now, either way, this is going to be not prem or prime like premium, or premiere like film premiere. There's no accent on that E. Premier, première. Okay, and what often happens is people manage the premier, and then when it becomes feminine they go première. Okay, so premier, not premier, premier. Okay. On the same note, and probably even more common, I hear petite. I hear petty, like petty cash, or don't be so petty in your argument. Petit, petite, again, okay? Petit, Good, next one. B-U-T. I will probably try and write these underneath. But. You're going to hear the T. Now, yes, there's always me who's telling you that that in French you don't pronounce a word if there's not a vowel after it. But like all laws, it's there to be broken, apart from drinking and driving. So le but, mon but, the objective. Yeah, buter in football, a goal. Okay, so this is like either a football goal or a figurative goal in life or business. So my goal is to perfect my French thanks to Luc's videos. Mon but est de parfaire mon français grâce aux vidéos de Luc. Good, but. Another one with a C is fait, F-A-I-T, which comes from j'ai fait, which is the word for a fact. And a lot of accents pronounce this en fait, le fait. Okay, so in fact, en fait, not en fait. Okay, I have a piece of sticking up here, but that's what happens when you go swimming, en fait. Good. Next one. The difference between OU and U, and we've talked about this before, but the fact is OU is a monkey noise, ooh, and U is a posh lady, ooh. Okay, so for example, in the expression vous avez, let's put the avez there, you have seen, vous avez vu, yeah, I need two different sounds. Vous avez vu, yeah? Same as all, tout. Tu is you, yeah? Louer, to hire, lu, I have read. Okay, so really concentrate on your oo or your oo. Look at my mouth. This is the OU. Oo. This is the single U. Oo. Oo, 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 oo. Yeah, a lot less action going on in the oo. Good. So we need the breath on the OU. Good. The next one. Now, this isn't mispronounced in the same way. These two are ones I've already done in the pronunciation series, but I will include them. They are words which can be pronounced differently according to what we're doing in the sentence. And these are plus, which is sometimes plus, and tout, which is sometimes tous. And so to make life easy today, I'm going to give you the basic rough rule. Plus will be plus if you're talking about something in a positive more way, and plus if you're talking about something in a not anymore way. Apart from with adjectives, where you're going to use plus before an adjective, but it's going to become plus if you have a vowel. So let's run through those again. More cream, positive, plus de crème. Yeah? No more cream, negative, plus de crème. Je ne veux plus de crème, which is obviously from ne and plus together. More interesting, plus intéressant, we're going to sound the Z sound. Okay? Bigger, plus grand. So even though bigger is more of being big, we don't say plus grand. Okay? So if the word is on its own, plus for more, plus for negative, no more, plus with an adjective after it, or plus with a link, okay? Tout, or tous, the basic way of describing it is if you are using it to talk about all of something, i.e. with the word the after it, so tous les, and this obviously has to be masculine plural, because if it were feminine it would be tout anyway, T-O-U-T-E-S. So all the boys would be tous les garçons. They are going to go, all of them, tous. All, as in all, just all as a word, okay? We're all going to come. Nous allons tous venir. Yeah, there's not tous les. So without the, we tend to say the s sound, okay? Good. Next one. Now this is more of a grammatical error because you do hear the word said differently in different situations, but I'm really a big fan of cleaning this word up. I hate how this becomes a problem. De and day. Now, one of the reasons this happens, DE or DES, one of the reasons this happens is a lot of you have studied Spanish or have heard of Spanish or the Spanish kicking around you, and day is of in Spanish. Day is de in Spanish effectively. So, la maison de ma mère would be la casa de mi madre, day, okay? So same thing. Day in French is short for two words, de and les. So this will be used in expressions like some. So some children will be des enfants, because to make some we have de plus the word the, de le, du, des. Or this will be used when you are literally saying of and the. So, for example, lots of the friends I made at university, beaucoup des amis, beaucoup des amis. Lots of friends, beaucoup d'amis. Okay? So that's more of a grammar issue, but this is why the pronunciation is often, oh, beaucoup de, no, de, when it's de. Okay? When it's just de. De. Okay? Next one we have. Good. Now, this again is a common one, but it's the difference between the accent and no accent on important E's. So the example I always teach is if you have a line, okay, you have a line here, you have an A above it and an E below it. So if I had the word regarder, okay, R-E-G-A-R-D-E-R, okay, there's no accent on that E. Now, yes, there are other times in French where you say an A sound where there's no accent on the E. For example, the end of ER verbs. I hate to say ER verbs. You know I like to say A verbs. So M-A-N-G-E-R, manger, yeah, or E-T, A. But when you have the R-E at the beginning of a word like this, it's going to be regarder, regarde, okay? If I have an accent on the E, so cinéma, I'm going to go above the line, like egg, cinéma, okay, cinéma. École, accent, yeah? So the main problem for me is people coming in with no accent or an accent rather than being in the middle, okay? So that's really the main thing, okay? So any questions on words on how to pronounce them, just email me and I'll pronounce them for you, or I'll send you a WhatsApp with the pronunciation, so that's fine. Or there's a fantastic website called Forvo, Forvo.com, where you can type in a word and it will show you how it's pronounced in different languages. Good. Next one. Now, again, similar note, this is a grammar theme that you are going to be changing the spelling of the word. So, lever, and there are other verbs which do this, but I'm not going to deal with them now. It's just so you notice the pattern. Lever, to get up, so se lever would be the infinitive. I get up, je me lève. And we've added an accent on the E, je me lève. Yeah? So lever, je me lève. Soulever, je soulève. Jeter, to throw, je jette. So this one, we will do a double T, okay? Je jette. So sometimes we change the pronunciation of the core by adding an extra letter. Sometimes we change the pronunciation of the core by adding a grave. Appeler, one L, je m'appelle. But the verb is appeler. Have you ever noticed we don't say appeler, we say appeler. But the core is not appel, it's appel, okay? So there's two types. There's ones where we will double up the consonants, so T or L, and there's ones where we will add the grave, okay? So be careful of those. Lovely, next one of my favourite ones to clean up, because most of you know the answer for this one. Let's say un again, okay? So, en, in the middle of the word, scares everybody. But how do we say in France? En France. Yeah? Yeah? So if I had to send, envoyer, same sound. Everybody panics about in, but how do you say information in French? Information. So un. Okay? So for example, if you had the end, la fin, okay, we're coming on to that one in a second. I am important. Okay, so if you have these words, these vowels in the middle of other words, they're going to be the same. En is going to be en, in is going to be un, and im is going to be important. Yeah, impressionnant, okay? On the N notes, this is a general one for N, is if your word contains an N, well, ends in an N, and then you have an E after the N, or another vowel, but well, not an E specifically. The vowel before the N will go higher. So we've talked about this one before.